Today we will start with the second part of Expert Detectives. Till here we had done that how Maya was getting suspicious of Mr. Nath and Nishad was giving her clues about Mr. Nath not being a crook. Catching a crook. See the topic also, catching a crook. Crook according to Maya. Expert detectives are Nishad and Maya Pandit by appointment to the whole world. They are writing this in order to tell us that it may be a people like this write these type of messages in the newspaper. Then I began writing. Maya started writing sitting on the desk and the chair, as you can see in the see, this is Maya and this is Nisha. She's writing something with her pen. Then I began writing. About half an hour later, I turned towards Seven, who was lying on his tummy, means upside down, chin cupped. This area, the hands and the chin, this is cupped in his palms. Reading comics. Want to hear what I have written? I asked. Maya asked Nishad that if Nishad wants to hear what she was writing in her copy. He looked up questioningly. I have listed all the facts we know about Mr. Nath which might help us to trap him. Trap means to catch him. I said, want to hear? Seven nodded. Nodded means yes. She wrote, fact number 1. I read, his name is Mr. Nath and we must discover his first name. So Nath was the second name, means the surname of Mr. Nath. We must discover his first name. Do you think that his real name Maya? Nishad asked. So Nishad asked Maya whether it was his real name. Probably not, I said. Most crooks have an alias. Now this is the word alias, means an alternate name. Just like we have pet names or nicknames of ours. Similarly, according to Maya, she said the crooks have an alias. I added a big question mark after Nath. Fact number 2, I read on. The tenants at Shankar's house say he is mad, strange and unfriendly. So, fact number 2 was that the tenants at Shankar house, the building in which Mr. Nath and Nishad and Maya were living, says that he is mad, strange, 3 qualities. Means all the 3 are very negative qualities of Mr. Nath according to the people living in Shankar house. That Mr. Nath was mad, he was strange, he was unfriendly. Fact number 3 was he doesn't talk to anyone and is mannerless. If a person does not talk with anyone does not mean that he is mannerless, but according to the tenants, he was mannerless. But he did talk to us, Maya, and Mama says he is very polite. Nishad interrupted. So, in the beginning also I told you Nishad was not suspicious of Mr. Nath, but Maya is suspecting him. So, Nishad says that he is very polite and Mama, because he is the patient of Mama, their mother, that is why she knows that he is very polite. He only talked to us because he had to, I said, and since he was under Mama's medical treatment, he had to be polite because he was going to a doctor. You can't be very rude to a doctor. So, according to Maya, she said that he is only polite because he is going to a doctor. Fact number 4 was he doesn't receive any letters. That made him suspicious. Fact number 5 is he's been living in room number 10 of Shankar house for more than a year. Number 6 was he doesn't work and sits in his room all day. Number 7 was the kids in Shankar house and even some of the grown-ups are scared of him. Number 8 was he has no visitors except for a spectacled fair fat man who visits him on Sundays for lunch. Fact number 9 was food and tea are taken to his room by Ramesh from the restaurant downstairs. He doesn't care what he eats, pays his bill immediately and tips well. He tips well to Ramesh and Ramesh very willingly takes the food to Mr. Nath every day. That ends my list. Have I forgotten anything, Nishad? So this is the list prepared by Maya, suspecting Mr. Nath, and she asked if Nishad had to add anything more to it. Nishad had obviously not been paying too much attention to my list of facts. All he could say was, "Poor man, Maya, he must be so lonely if he doesn't have any friends." So, Nishad is very, very positive in nature, whereas Maya is very negative in nature. So, even after hearing Maya's list, he is not responding well. He is saying no. He thinks very good of Mr. Nath, and he says he must be feeling so lonely if he does not have any friends. "How can a crook have friends, idiot?" I almost shouted. "At least he has one friend, the one who meets him on Sundays." A brilliant thought occurred to me just then. That man must be Mr. Nath's accomplice in crime. Now see the word she is using for the friend. Accomplice means a helper in crime. Maybe he keeps all the loot and he comes now and then to give part of his to his partner, Mr. Nath, for expenses. That's it. I'm sure I'm right. So again she is very negative. She says that Mr. Nath's friend comes now and again to take the share of his loot, and that is why he is coming every Sunday to his house. "If you insist on calling him a criminal, I don't think I want to discuss anything with you, Maya," said Nishad angrily. Now Nishad was very angry at his sister for suspecting him so much. He can't be such a bad man if he gives Ramesh such generous tips. Ramesh probably knows something about his past. Again she is saying negatively. She says Ramesh probably must be knowing something about him. So in order to bribe him, he is giving him too much of tips. In fact, he is bribing him to keep quiet. Nishad glared at me with his arms tightly crossed across his chest. I was beginning to get fed up with him. "How can we make any progress with our investigations if you take that attitude, Seven?" I asked. Maya told him that if we take such an attitude, such a positive attitude, then we will not make any progress in our investigations. "I'll cooperate only if you give me this idea about him being an escaped crook," said Seven. "You really make me angry." I almost hit him. "I make you angry, you stupid oaf?" I shouted. "You make me mad. What is the point of all these inquiries if he is not a crook?" So she told him why is she mad investigating about him when Nishad is not helping her at all. "If you think he is nobody, what is the idea of bothering about him? Please tell me." Nishad looked thoughtful. "I'd like to find out why he is so thin and why he is so lonely. I want to know why he doesn't have any friends and lives alone." So he is thinking very good of him. He wants to know why he is such a good man and why he is living so alone. "Try to understand, Seven," I told him. "If he's lived in Shankar house for a year and hasn't made a single friend, there's nothing wrong. He's obviously scared that someone will recognize him and give him to the cops." Cops means police. So this is the word here. Sorry. This is the cops. "Maybe no one's tried to make friends with him," Nishad protested. Why should anyone bother? You have seen what a nasty bear he is." "I don't care," said Nishad stubbornly. Nishad is very angry with Maya because he is not liking what his sister is trying to say about Mr. Nath. "I like him and I am going to try and be his friend." "Friends with a crook? Ha! You're crazy." "Seven," I said. "The cops will take you to jail with him. Do you want that to happen, you idiot?" Nishad merrily glared at me and quietly walked out of the room. My theories seemed to have made no impression on him at all. That means this lesson has been taken from Shraddha Dwivedi's From the Broken Flute, and we come to know that Nishad is not at all suspicious of Mr. Nath, whereas Maya was totally. But after hearing what Nishad's attitude was, she also changed her mind in the last. Now students, you will do the questions working with text and working with language. These two exercises is for today's homework. Please do them and send me your work in the evening. Okay, thanks and bye bye till we meet day after tomorrow again.